Hello everybody. We're going to do a little bit different thing here. We're going to look at how to find and build a multi exotic, or I guess you could say indium and electricity and maybe a few other items base easily. So what you need to do is you'll notice that I searched for activated indium and there was one pretty high. Most activated indium planets are ones with storms and other atmospheric disturbances. Some can be quite vicious and make it hard to build on. So you've got to have your exosuit. All right, let's see what you have here. Make sure your exosuit is filled with plenty of the different items for heat, cold, radiation, toxic, and whatever. So you can stay outside of the planet, out in the surface without being killed off real quick by a storm. Where there was Indium planet. It might be behind this planet. Let's zoom out and find it. Over to the direction on the other side of the. Where's this thing? Oh, here we go. That one has indium not activated. That one has indium but not activated. Gotta be another planet here. This one wasn't. Nope. Yeah, this one has activated indium. Okay. Let's get down to it. It looks like there's a storm brewing right now when I even come down to this one. Yeah, supercells. This one's a radioactive planet. So make sure you have your radioactivity set up. So I'm going to make sure I have to do that so that all this up. You'll need uranium for the radioactivity, and you'll notice I've got it all up to 100% here. So when I get out, even if there's a major storm, I'm not going to be destroyed. Anyway, so now make sure you have a scanner in your exosuit. When you press it, you'll notice I can sweep for different items. First item you'll need to sweep for is electricity. And right now I don't see here any at all. So let's get in the ship and go out to another area on the planet. Doesn't have to be very far. How about let's try this area right here. And no spot left. Try another one. Normally I would just turn the sound up and listen for a slight beep, and I might be able to get it just by going that direction, but sometimes a little quicker. Let's get down here at this spot. Oh, I've got one. Like it's about 390 that direction, and it's a B, which means you'll have to place down a few more wheels to, power units to get a good draw from it. But B is adequate. Let's get out there too. 237 way. Make sure you have enough stuff in your starship so you can lift off and bring your starship to you. The planet has some heavy gravity, so I'm having a hard time staying up on my axis. All right, let's see. Okay, 105, we're getting there. 45, 23. Okay, I gotta go back this way. I went a little too far. There we go. All right, we found the spot. There we go. Now what you need to do is place a save beacon. These are what these are real handy for. You place it right there. You can color it if you want, but it doesn't really matter. Now standing on this, you want to take your scanner out again, and you want minerals. You'll notice I have potential B mineral over there, and I have gas over this direction. So this is a pretty lucrative area. So let's see what we got over here. We don't know what it is. So let's head off this way. Hopefully, usually the activated indium ones are A or S. If you're lucky to get an S one, you can do a bit of searching and find an S one. I've found that if you do the power area and it's an A or an S class power area, you usually can find A or S class mineral and A or S class gas unit area nearby as well. But maybe I'll get lucky here. It may not be activated indium. I hope it is, but it may not. I'm almost there. I went a little too far. Back over. Here we go. Come on, where am I? Here we go. Man, there we go. All right, stop there. Let's see what this is. I got lucky. Activated indium. Place another one. I got to make some metal plating for this thing. Okay, they place another one here. Now the idea is, you see where I have my other save spot over there, 284. Now what I want to do is I want to go in between these two bases and build my base computer right in the middle of them. That way I can stretch my lines from the power source to the mine just as close as I can without having to go outside the base build limits. Now from the middle, we bring up our scanner one more time and look for that gas one we had here. Now it looks like it's out that way. So what we're going to do is run out that way. Best we can with all the terrain the way it is. About 200. Now you can get pretty lucky sometimes and actually find another mineral one as well. I actually have a base on a planet with 4 minerals at the one base, all being extracted at the same time, which is rather cool. It has just regular indium. It has cobalt and a couple other items. Glad there's not any hostile animals here, otherwise I would have to deal with them jumping at me every so often. The guy's in the way. What do we got here? Oxygen. That's a good look. Gosh, I'm going to have to make some more metal to put down another save beacon. All right, put that save beacon right there. Now you see what we got here. We've got a save beacon over there with my minerals, and or actually that's my electricity and my minerals. So I have to look at this save beacon and walk toward the furthest one, which seems to be 560. That's a little bit outside base limit. You don't want to be too much further than 300. So we'll land about here. What do we got there now? It's 420. And that one is quite close. And then this one here power. That one is 177, so that's actually closer. So we need to work our way over this way as we go towards that one. And get as close as we can to that one without, being close. Kill myself with it. Anyway, all right. So let's see how close we are. We're 277U to there. We're about 269 to here. The other one, I might not be able to see. Oh, here it is. And we're about 148. So we've got 269. 280. That's not so bad. So we can go closer to this one and a little bit over this way. Right about here would be a good place to put a base computer. Now what you want to do, you'll notice in the build menu, which you probably can't see right now, you'll need to have a bunch of these. You'll need to have your materials, and you'll need to have a bunch of the batteries. I think I've got some batteries. Here we go, right there. In order to make the landing pad. And here's what you're going to have to do. You're going to place a base computer. What's going to happen when I claim this base is I'm going to shoot up into the air very high, and when this is claimed, I can actually have build item. And I'm going to click on the landing pads a few times to create some up in the sky as I come down. So here's how it's going to work. Let's try this. Let's place the base computer. Go ahead and claim the base. And we're claiming it. Now I got to bring up my build menu. Quickly go to this, and got a whole bunch of those as I go down. Hopefully I did it right. I may not have done it right. Let's see what I have. So I can actually check and see what I could build. I may not have been able to build those. Oh, I didn't have any metal plating. So all I need to do is go in here and create some metal plating. You'll notice it was 10 per landing pad. So I'll need to at least have 60 or as many as I could get. And I could sit here and make stacks of 20 till I'm blue in the face. So what I can do here is a pretty nice thing is I can bring out my small refiner. Let's get my spaceship over here. So it's close by. I've run out of a lot of room in my pack. So let's put down a small refiner. About right there. Put a stack of those metal plates inside there. There they are, the whole stack. And I'll put another refiner right over the top of that. Like I said in another video, a little bit in front of it. Put it down, and I've got 20 more. Delete that one. There's the original 20. Take them out, put them back in. You have to do that every time, otherwise duplication process. Now I go ahead and out. Take those out. So basically, I have enough to, I guess, for the refiner. And since I didn't do it quite right with this base computer, I didn't have the parts, I'm going to go ahead and delete this base because I failed to have the parts in to make the landing pads, and I'll just reestablish the base again. You'll notice as I'm in the sky how high I am and how even I am to those 3 points. Okay, go back to the base computer again. Go ahead and reclaim the base. Boom. And then I got to bring up that build menu. Go to that, get that. Boom, 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 boom. I think I did it. Let's look up there. Do you see any up there? I don't see any up there. I thought I had enough parts. Yeah, I do seem to have the parts. I wonder what happened. Oh, I think I know what I did wrong. I didn't put it in free, free placement. Let me delete the base again. This is an ongoing process. You have to do this kind of quick, which is annoying. All right, let's place another base computer down, claim the base. Claim the base, my thing up, this on, put it in free placement. There we go. As I'm coming down, there we go, I'm coming down, boom. All right, now I look up, and there I go. I got some nice landing pads up. Got my ship nearby. Now I can fly up there and look at these. See how many I got. Got that one. Do I have any others? Oh, there's another one. That's about it. I must have only gotten 2 of them, which isn't too bad, really. Hard to see because of the storms. You have to kind of keep them in line with your base computer. There's one of them right there. And what you do here, once you have done that, is land upside down here. Let's see if that's working. All right, let's get, there we go. Turned upside down there. All right, get out. Go to your options. Reload the restore point. Or actually, wait, yeah, you just got out of your ships. You have a restore point. Go ahead and reload that. Now what's going to happen here is the very highest one of those landing pads may disappear. And that's because it's way beyond the limits of the build area. And you really don't care to have that one anyway. But I can see I have one up there at least. And that one will probably be the area I want to build my. So let's get up to it. Let's see if the one up further up is up there. Yeah, we still have one even further. Oh, look at that. I've got several of them up there. Even further. Wow, we got some real high ones. Several of them up here. Oh my gosh, look at all those. And each of those are usable landing pads. However, I don't believe I'll be able to build on any of those. But the idea is you want to get the lowest one, because it'll be the one that's most stable. You can always delete those other ones later. Oops, went past it. We have another one down there. Oh, gosh, don't know which way is up. Ah, there it is. Down to that one right there. Hopefully I can get, there we go. I'm still pretty high up. Almost higher than the clouds. Still have higher ones there. Now I can actually build a base. Stone plates. What I usually do here is I put a stone plate out there, and then I just attach a few more to it. Build a good platform. Jump to it. And then build from there. I can build another landing pad. I think I might have enough parts. I may not. Let's need 10 more pieces of metal. But anyway, the idea is you build your base way up here, and all those save spots that you've created down below, you'll notice I can actually, you see I have the, let me get to a spot where you can see that. There we go. See, it's still showing the electromagnetic, it's still showing the minerals, and it's still showing the gas. Now I can build my base and just use flooring to go out to those spots. And as soon as I get right over the center of the save beacon is right below it, and it doesn't really matter, you can use your scanner to do the same thing as you did on the ground. You can build the electromagnetic capture devices, the mining devices, the gas mining devices, and tanks and whatever and attach them to this base way up here in the sky without having to deal with the topography of the land below, these rocks. And it's a very clean and efficient base. You get activated indium gas or whatever you want at this level. Now this is just a test run. I just made this as kind of a test base to show you guys how this is done at this elevation. And as you can see, I could do it at higher elevation if I wanted. However, the higher I go, the less stable the parts will rematerialize when I reload the game. So my suggestion to you is pick the lower landing pad that is on your descent down as you come down. This one is quite high enough. If you'll notice, the clouds are just barely clearing it. And so, but you can do stuff with those if you want, like build a small base up there just to use them. It's very difficult to delete them unless you have a way to get up there, because once you land your ship on them, you can't delete what's underneath your ship. But anyway, if I delete the base computer down there at the bottom, all this will. And I could feasibly go up to one of the very high ones and place another base computer and create another base up there and be able to build. Anyway, this is the end of this video. I hope I was detailed enough to show you how it's done and building a high sky base that gets minerals, gas, whatever for your needs. Have a great day. This is Gnarly Gaming signing off.